Hey guys, welcome to part 6 of Let's Play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 on the DS, of course. In the last part we did the first of the street missions set in America, so this time we're actually starting off the part doing something a bit different. This is an AC-130 mission, which, if you know anything about the console versions, you're already going to be like, yeah, I know about the AC-130, and they work pretty much the same in this one. Of course it's a lot more restrictive than the console versions. The console ones you can... Well, actually, it's kind of not as restrictive as the console ones, because the console ones you're in a set specific area, and I don't know, they're both pretty restrictive, but yeah, so like the consoles ones, you have 3 sort of guns, and then depending on which gun you use is actually how zoomed in you're going to be. So to see more you have to zoom out using that one, but the 105 is the most powerful one, but it's also the slowest to fire, yada yada yada. You know, we've all been here before, so yeah, that's why this part actually is going to feature 2 missions, and anyone with the shorter missions I'll just put it as one part. So I could have done this as a separate part, but really no point. There's really no point. You know, this is quite a short mission, and although I had a bit of trouble with it because at first I wasn't too sure what was going on, which is kind of embarrassing to admit, but and also I do get a bit of lag when playing these missions, so it was kind of hard to actually focus and actually just, like, get to the stuff on time. Before I've been recommending to use the 40mm, but I would probably say to go for the 105 a lot here as well, because you're expected to take out a stupid amount of tanks and also quite a lot of just enemy troops, and if you use the 40mm, sometimes, okay, it's quicker to fire, but sometimes you just miss, and then there'll be one soldier and you can't find him, and he'll just like be running, he'll just run off, and then it's like, mission failed, you didn't kill one specific guy. So yeah, stick with the heavy artillery here, guys. So this one's also, it's kind of a bit weird, because some of the time the clouds will show up on the screen, and then boom, you're suddenly where you're supposed to be. But with this one, it just says go northeast to the building, I guess, and now I'm destroying specific buildings. So I didn't really like this mission. I mean, I guess it's short, so I can't really complain too much. It's one of the shorter missions in the game, and so you're not actually stuck doing this for too long. But I mean, look at this. You know, I'm not doing anything. I'm slowly going towards one side of the map to blow up one specific building, with no reason. I have no idea why I'm blowing up the buildings. Maybe I don't pay enough attention to the story. I don't know. But I don't know why I'm doing all this, why I had to destroy those 2 specific buildings out of all the buildings in the area. They're like, destroy this one and destroy this one. I don't know why, you just blow it up. So, and yeah, that's another reason why I didn't like this mission, because in the console ones, there's kind of a reason why you have to do them. It's like, okay, you have to protect your guys on the ground, and with some of the missions like Modern Warfare 3, you'll be the AC-130 protecting the guy you were just controlling, and then you'll control that guy. So there's kind of a sort of context to a battle, so you kind of know what was going on. So you kind of feel like, oh god, I've got to protect these guys. With this one, I have no idea. I don't know who these guys are I'm protecting. I don't know why there's so many Russians, why they hate these guys. I don't know why I'm blowing up that building. So it seemed a bit shoehorned in, and it would have been nice if there was like a bit more context to it, so it kind of, I don't know, it just would have been nice, you know. So, and also because they don't, in COD 4 there wasn't that much context to it the first time we did it. Well, there kind of was, but they had great atmosphere. Like the way it goes into the AC-130 for the first time, and then it's like all super tense, and there's like very little audio apart from people constantly talking. There's a really great atmosphere to the console ones, but of course this is on a little DS, so it just doesn't work as well. You're not going to get absorbed. You're not going to be like, oh, I'm actually controlling this guy. I'm actually helping people out. I'm actually doing my part. This is like something bigger, and it doesn't work. I'm sorry, I found it a bit boring. There's actually, yeah, there's a cut there because I died, because what you have to do is on the very right here, trucks are going to spawn with troops in, and a load of tanks are going to spawn, so you have to get to this right side quickly and make sure you take them all out. If you can't quite see someone, look on the middle map, or the map on the bottom screen, because as you can see, yeah, the tank's there, so I missed that because I didn't do it over the top, but it's in the middle and I blew it up. So yeah, you just have to protect these large group of people, and that's it. Because apparently there's civilians being evacuated or something. I don't know. I don't know at all, really. So that's about it for this mission. Now I just have to sit here and wait. Like, seriously. Still waiting for something to happen. There we go, objective now is complete. So yeah, this mission was a bit dull.
But we'll take it over the alternative. Return to base. Copy that, Command.
Oh, now we're returning to base, so that's just wonderful. So that's not the last one we're going to actually see, but enough about that. Now we're actually into the proper mission that we're all here to see. Continuing the story. Actually, they're talking, so I'll shut up.
Presence along the opposite side of the river. Our orders are to thin their ranks with the Barrett to support Allied troop movement in the area. Franks, Travis, you're with me.
Okay, so we're controlling the guy that we were controlling before in the last mission, but apparently now we're in like a forest area with all these trees and all this green scenery. Not too sure exactly why, and why Russia or all these Russian troops are here as well, but whatever. It's just, you know, just a bit of fun. So, but yeah, I don't know. It's not too bad, this level. It's a pretty decent level. You start off with the P90, which I think that's the P90. A lot of people, like, there's a load of people who really like the P90, and in this game it's okay. I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend just getting rid of it as soon as you find a better weapon, because yeah, as you can see here, I'm kind of getting the job done pretty well. And you get a decent amount of ammo, and you get quite a large clip actually. Actually, no, maybe I like the P90. I don't know, when I was playing the game I didn't really like the P90, but it looks like I'm doing a good job. You know?
Keep up.
But still I thought, hey, I'll pick up this rocket launcher, just in case I need it. But yeah, the P90, there was actually very little recoil, as you can see. Yeah, I looked it up, because I was bored, and apparently this is like one of the only games to have recoil. Like in the very first, at least COD 4 and World at War, there was no recoil in the DS versions of the game, so I'm very interested to actually play it for myself and to see what it's like in recoil. But I know I'm not sure about Modern Warfare 2, or that version of the game, but Black Ops was like, I know Black Ops and Modern Warfare 3 now have recoil, so that's pretty interesting, because I can't think of too many FPS games past like 2000 not to have recoil.
We're in position. Get on the Barrett.
Okay, and this is very confusing, this one. I really wish they told you a bit more exactly about what to do. Yeah, it's like there, that guy just said the enemies are there by the jeeps. I didn't hear that, unfortunately, and I couldn't find any jeeps or anything like that. So I made a massive cut there where I just looked around this whole area like an idiot, because I guess the game, he does say by the jeeps, but I couldn't find it. So my advice to you is, because also the mission marker doesn't point to the enemy. You can see that little arrow, and it's like pointing to where something is. I don't know why the arrow's changing relative to my sniper, like my scope. That doesn't seem to make sense. I don't know, it's a cool idea, these sniper missions. I don't really hate them. It's just, like, the graphics are a bit of a mess, and I don't know, I just wish they kind of told you and clued you in a bit more exactly where enemies are, because it's kind of hard to spot them as it is, without them just being vague about exactly where they are. And the only one I actually got stuck on was the Jeep one, so my advice to you when playing this, don't just look in one area, go all the way right and go all the way left, because I only went in this specific area, the area they told me to look at. I didn't think there was going to be a road nearby, but it's not, past that first bit it's not too bad. Although for some reason whenever I zoomed in a bit more there, I just looked into a bush. Yeah, not too sure what's going on there, so yeah, make sure you're listening to your guys, because that's part of the reason I kind of messed up, because I didn't listen to them. Like, I have the audio off when I play, so I didn't hear what they were saying, but still some subtitles, just throwing it out there. And of course it's a Call of Duty game, which means you're going to have to face near death at some point, so not quite as dramatic as the other ones, as the console versions, like when the helicopters crashed outside the White House, but still pretty nice they had it in there, nice little touch. I think that's pretty much the only time they do that, actually. Have it where you get hit by an explosion and it's like, oh my god, what's going on? So it was pretty interesting. And then here I got really confused, because now you're by yourself. You don't have any AI partners or any AI near you. So I was like, okay, I'll just keep going. You know, do it Medal of Honor style, as in the old Medal of Honors. Because that was the big difference back in the day. To go off on a bit of a tangent here, the main difference really between Call of Duty and Medal of Honor back on the PS2 was that, like, Medal of Honor was more like kind of GoldenEye kind of stuff. I think so anyway. And that kind of style, and you were just by yourself roaming streets in like World War II. But Call of Duty, you actually had teammates with health. I think they had, yeah, they had health, and you had health, and you had to heal, and it was very it was very squad based, and that was like completely different at the time. I don't know, it's just a part of Call of Duty history that people forget, that it was like Call of Duty and Medal of Honor. And then while Medal of Honor just kept making World War II games, Call of Duty was like, hey, Modern Warfare, it's awesome. But anyway, the AUG is awesome in this game. Whenever you find an AUG, you grab hold of it and you use it. Because it takes 2 shots to kill someone. That's seriously it. 2 bullets and they're dead. You shoot them once, and then you shoot them again, and they fall down, and they never get up, and their kids are upset. That's how good the gun is. And you get a ton of ammo for it. There's not much recoil, and the scope's really good. So, yeah, whenever you find the AUG's a really good gun on the console versions anyway. Like, it's a pretty decent gun in multiplayer and single player. I don't end up using it that much. But in this game, it's a set. Did you see that? I just took those guys out so quickly. Like, boom. Okay, I'm not the most accurate person. Well, my accuracy when I play first-person shooters is pretty poor.
Charlie team, we're picking up enemy armor passing through your sector. Delta team is equipped with a Javelin system, but is under fire within the water treatment facility. Enter that facility and assist Delta.
Roger that.
So, in case you're wondering, yeah, I don't know what happened to my teammates either. Those are the same 2 guys. There's nothing different between... They're not new guys, but I was a sniper, and then I got hit by a mortar. My 2 teammates completely disappeared. I assumed them to be dead. I was like, okay, my 2 teammates died, and now I'm going to have to make my way back to base, or do the objective myself, commando style, or, you know, just do it alone. But no, it turns out they just left. I don't know if they thought you were dead and just ran off, and then they're just happy to see you. They didn't seem too pleased, but yeah, I'm not too sure why your AI partners disappeared for that cave section, only to come back. So I don't know if they went through the cave after you did, or before you did, or if they took a different way, or they just was. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, it's all very confusing. But yeah, now your squad mates are back, but of course they're gonna, you know, be the same as they always were. Because yeah, even up close it's good, the AUG, even up close. It's a shame you can't change the scope on it or anything. It's interesting that the AK, maybe there is a non-scoped AUG and stuff like that, but it seems like the main weapon that is customized in this game is the AK. Because I'm pretty sure that you can customize your weapons in multiplayer, but obviously in single player you can't, you just have to go with it. So you see tons of different variations of the AK, like AK with scope, AK without scope. There are loads of different types, I can't think of them just now, but there are quite a few. But oh, yep, they died. Took those out pretty easily.
Welcome to the party, gentlemen. You're not tired of shooting these bastards, we've got a bigger gun to use. There's an elevated position overlooking the road. We'll unpack the Javelin there and watch for passing armor.
So here's a section, of course another thing taken from console versions is the Javelin, which is the, like, yeah, it's just a rocket launcher pretty much, but it's used to take out vehicles, so you get given one and you have to take out these guys over here.
And ready.
Eventually, there we go, there it is. I don't know why it just suddenly appeared.
Enemy armor moving in.
Pretty simple. You have to like look at it. I kind of messed it up to begin with. You have to look at it and wait till it's like completely done and locked on to fire, and just wait. That's when you fire. It's like, it's not too complicated, but I wasn't too sure because this is like the DS version, so it's a bit different. So there's 3 tanks. One of those actually goes behind, or 2 of them it seems like. Actually goes behind that rock, so you can't actually lock on too well. I kind of did it there, and I think that will actually hit. Yes, that will actually hit anyway, but they do go behind the rock. So anyway, I've been on Storm 23, and I will see you in the next part.
Forces are under attack at Hoover Dam. Get to the dam and provide support.